Jeff?
A prediction for this season? I mean, as Jeff would say, I already have a feeling it's going to be unprecedented in absolutely every single way. I think there might be some double boots, possibly like double tribal council, like more often possibly this season, with the shorter days that we now have.
This is season 42. It's a new era of Survivor. We don't really know what's going to change or what twists there will be. Part of me is thinking that like maybe there just won't be tribes. Maybe we'll all just get out and go straight into the individual game. If not, maybe like individual and tribes will be switched. I just think that something fundamental about the structure of the game is going to change, and I'm really excited for all of us to figure out what it is.
I believe somebody's seriously going to hurt themselves this season. I don't know why I think it. I just think because everything's going to go fast this season that somebody's eventually going to get hurt.
I think the season is poised for a woman to do really well. Hopefully it's me.
I'm going to shock everybody that underestimates me, and I'm going to be the sole survivor. Probably if I find myself on the wrong side of the numbers, I want to execute the rarely seen plurality vote, meaning that the person who goes home doesn't go home by the majority of the votes.
This season on Survivor, my bold prediction is that every single person out here is going to be on the jury.
Either we're going to be broken up into 3 tribes of 6, and only one team is going to win immunity, and the other 2 tribes are going to have to vote somebody out. That would suck, but that's the only way I can see this being this expedited version of this game. Or we're going to have to vote somebody off every single night, or we're going to have to vote 2 people off at every tribal council. So that's where I strongly feel some of this is going to go in order to get everybody out in the time frame of what's left. So that's my guess.
My bold prediction about something that will happen during the season is that when there are going to be 3 tribes, in one of the immunity challenges, there will only be one immunity available, and 2 tribes are going to have to go to a double back-to-back tribal.
I think one of the predictions I have for my game is that it's going to be a wild ride. It's not going to be tiptoeing around. It's going to be a lot of big moves, because the truth is I'm not here to change diapers. I'm here to change the game.
I think there might be double eliminations, where they vote out 2 at a time as opposed to 1, which scares the crap out of me. But I think that might be my boldest prediction.
I think that the challenges are going to be way more tasking than in the past. I think we're going to have to do some serious SHIT stuff. I think we're going to be. I think it's going to be grueling. I really do. I think it's going to be pretty grueling for us. I think a lot of us have been cooped up this, for the last year and a half, and a quarter or so, and I think it's going to come off as a lot of that pent up anxiety, that pent up maybe just force that's within us is going to start coming out. So I think you're going to see a lot of sparks from a lot of people trying to make big moves real quick this season.
In terms of theme or twist, my prediction is it's going to in some way reflect a response to COVID or a response to the societal upheaval that we've seen over the last year. I think that the theme will have something to do with that. That's my bold prediction theme-wise. And then my bold prediction just in general is I think it's high time for the auction to come back. And I think that they will, if they didn't already bring it back for season 41, I think that they'll bring it back for season 42.
My bold prediction is that people are going to come out playing hard because we've been waiting for this for over a year, some of us. However, I think that playing hard will be the same ending as anyone else at the beginning. I think that at the beginning, it's a team game. You need to have a strong team. You need to be there together. And if you're not, once we're there on the beach and people are settled, it's the game. And if they feel like you're too strategic at the beginning, which I think a lot of people will be, they will be cut out. So I think that's what we're going to see a lot.
I think this season we are going to see our first dominant female provider. I think we're going to have a woman out there fishing and doing what Ozzy and Rupert and some of the other great fishermen have. I think we're going to have a female doing that this season.
I think a bold prediction for something that will happen this season is that everyone's going to really get along. I think that coming out of this past year of COVID, of social isolation, we're all busting to get to meet people, to talk to people again, to be able to embrace a person, to offer a hug when needed, to be able to support each other. Whereas at home, we often had to find support internally and really be self-reflective. I think that this season is really going to be about people fully embracing being around other people and enjoying that fully. So I do think that gameplay will be a little bit forgiving, that, you know, if people cut each other's throats, that you won't have a bitter jury this season because everyone will be enjoying themselves and enjoying the chance to be out here and interact with people again.
We're about to have the first woman to ever win 5 individual immunity challenges in one season. It's going to happen. Like, men have done it. Therefore, it's going to happen someday. A woman's going to do it. So, like, why not me? Why can't that be me? So that's one of my goals. It's lofty, but I also know how to create goals with clients. That's what I do in therapy. They have to be realistic, measurable. You have to be able to do them. You have to have a path to get there. So I've done a lot of training, a lot of studying past, challenges and things. So that's a bold prediction that I really hope comes true. We'll see.
All we know about the season so far, which to be fair is a bombshell, is that it's going to be 26 days long. And I have a lot of questions about how that's going to work. How are they going to fit in the votes? I mean, 26 days, if there's 18 people here, that's 15 votes you got to fit in 26 days. That's tribal council on more days than there's not, which is insane. It might be too much. We'll have to see. My bold prediction is I think that in order to make that less of a big deal, we're going to end up seeing certain tribal councils where more than one people are going to get voted off. Maybe it's going to be a thing where it's one tribal back to back. Maybe it's a tribal council where we're going to see the top 2 vote getters get voted off, something like that. I feel like that's the only way that they can possibly fit all of that in. So I think we're going to see some weird tribal councils. And if they work out for me, I'm going to love them. And if they screw me over, I'm going to hate them.